Yo, what's up guys? On today's video, we're going to be teaching you guys how to play Carlotta in the most easiest effective way. And you guys could do this in your own way, but there's ways how you guys could really generate her stuff. So Carlotta is very simple in a way. So the thing you want to do for Carlotta is you just want to build her Forte. And when you build her Forte full, that will give her a buff to her liberation. And you want to use that Forte and then use the liberation to do double the damage. Now to build this Forte, this is how you want to play Carlotta. This is all you want to do for Carlotta. Now there's ways how you build these crystals. You can see right here, right? She has 6 of these, and each certain attacks that Carlotta does within her finishing combo, she will generate 3 crystals. It's always going to be 3. It's not going to be generating 1. It's not going to be generating 2. Like by the time you do these moves, you should have 3 every time. So you do this, you get 3 and 6 and so on. You guys get it? And then you want to consume them by doing certain moves. And by consuming these crystals, you should be able to build your Forte. This is how you build your Forte. Now each of these consuming will generate about 25% of your Forte. Next one will generate another 25. Next one will generate another 25 for each 3 crystals being used instead of 6. Now we're gonna break down with that, and that's pretty much all it is. How you do her Forte, and then when you do that, do her super. You guys kind of get the idea. Now the one thing you guys could really do for her crystals, right? The first thing you could do is basically doing her basic attack. When you do the 1-2 basic attack, she should be generating 3 crystals by using the 1-2 basic attack, and her 3 follow-up after that basic attack usually consume 3 of that. It makes 3 and it consumes 3, right? So to do her full basic attack, it does that. So if you do 1 full cycle of her basic attack, it will generate you 25% of your Forte bar. Now let's hold on to that for a minute. And then the next way you could generate these crystals is by holding heavy attack. You hold heavy attack, you should cycle around. You could keep doing this. You could just keep doing this, and each time you do the heavy attack is really fast. It will give you 3 crystals every time you do the heavy attack. To me, I find this is one of the most effective way. If you want to generate that 3 crystals really quick, you could just hold your heavy and boom, you already got your 3. And then the next way you guys could really get your crystals is by doing the E skill. Now this is really important. So her E skill right here, you could do it 1 time and it will generate you 3 crystals. You do it the second time. Now this move is the only move that will consume all 6 instead of slowly consuming 1 by 1. Her last E skill, the second E skill, is the only one that can consume all 6, and that's the one you want to do. You want to build up and you want to like follow up with that one. So by using her second E skill, you consume all 6. And the next way for you to really get 3 of your crystals will also be her dodge. So every time she dodge hit, she will get 3 of a crystal. So that's another really effective way to do it. And I think this is one of the reasons why Carlotta is really good, because she could generate this without even having to stand still and shoot. She could just dodge and get it. And the last way you guys could generate her crystals right there is by doing her plunge attack. So when you do her plunge attack and you finish it off, she will generate 3 really quick. So you could just do plunge attack and then follow up. You could cancel out of that, and then you should be able to still get your 3. And for example, you do that and get your 3 and your double E skills up, you could do plunge, E skill, and then boom, you got 6 already. Follow with your E skill and then you consume all 6, and that should generate you about half your Forte gauge. So that's the one really quick way to do it, and that's how you pretty much generate your crystals. Those are the only move you could generate your 6 crystals. Pretty much how you generate all your crystals, right? You just want to get 6 crystals or 3 crystals and just slowly consume them, or you could consume them in a big burst fashion way by using the last of the E skills. So just build, accumulate. There's no right way to do it. You could just accumulate it, right? Just accumulate it as you fight, but there's an effective way how you guys could really do this. And after you generate all of your crystals, you can consume all of your crystals, get your Forte up. And when you get your Forte up, this is now we're done with crystals. Now we're going to talk about the Forte. So now you consume your Forte by doing your heavy, and you do like a full heavy burst. And while you do this, what it does is when you have your full Forte, you will have a buff to your liberation. You will have a huge buff to that, but just by having that there. And when you consume it, there's going to be a time limit for that buff to still stay on there for you to consume your liberation. So don't worry too much about that. So consume your full Forte gauge, and then by that time your super should be up, and then you could pop your super all the way. And then when you're done with that, you could just follow up again and just do some other stuff, you know, to regenerate your crystals. So that's pretty much how you play Carlotta. Like Carlotta is very simple to play. And once you learn how to figure all of her move out, how to do all the crystals, how to do the Forte, how to do her super, now I'm gonna teach you guys, or maybe, you know, just give y'all some tips about how to like really effectively use Carlotta in and out. So the thing that I find to be the most effective right now is if you do not already have her 6 crystals, if you have 0 crystals to start off in a fight, it's best to have Carlotta out first. When you fight the boss, any fight you're going into, you want to do like a nice rotation for Carlotta to get that built up really quick. I find is you do heavy really quick to build 3 E skill, then E skill to get 6 with the first E skill. The second E skill should deplete all of that. But when you do the second E skill, you're in midair, switch out, get to your shorekeeper or get to your Jeje or get to any support you guys are trying to use to support Carlotta. Do what you gotta do with your support stuff, and then when you swap back into Carlotta, she should be pretty built up, if not. And then you just want to like build her crystals really quick again, but by that time she should have almost everything built up because her intro skill should give her another 30. So what this did is, when you did the beginning of Carlotta's move right there, that move should already kind of generate you pretty much 60, and then when you do her intro, it should be another 30. And with that rotation, you should have like 90 out of 120. And then when she comes in, you could literally just pop E skill, because by that time her cooldown should be done, because that's why you want to swap her, like play her first. By the time you swap out, let her E skill cool down a little bit, you know. And then when you do that you should get 120, and then boom, there you go. Really fast rotation to get a full Forte gauge and consume that Forte gauge. Hit that heavy. By that time your super should be built up. Hit your super, finish everything off with the full Forte bar to buff your super. And after all of that, you finish everything off, you can hold heavy E skill and jump out, and you can rinse and repeat and do that. That's, to me, that's the most effective way you could do Carlotta, and I'm showing you guys right here. Now this is a unrelatable Carlotta, by the way. This is a S6 Carlotta, and this is a not maxed out Carlotta, but you can see she's pretty cracked, right? She could freeze and whatnot from the S6, but this is, to me, this is just the best rotation I find for Carlotta, like as of right now. I could be wrong, but there probably is more out there. We just got to experiment more, and you guys could definitely use a jump plunge attack to generate 3 really fast instead of the heavy, you know. So that's why I said there's many ways you guys could play her. Instead of doing heavy E skill, you could just do jump plunge E, you know, and then bounce out. So there's many ways you guys can play it. So with that is how you play Carlotta. I hope this video helped you guys in some type of way, and if it's a little confusing, I do apologize, but I found that this is the most easiest way to really understand Carlotta. So with that, guys, if you guys are Carlotta havers, enjoy your Carlotta, and if you guys don't have Carlotta, good luck to your Carlotta pulls, and hope you get Carlotta. And if you do plan to skip Carlotta, then well, it is what it is, you know. So here you guys go, the easiest way for a tutorial for Carlotta's combat. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye.